Yeah, they're going to be joining in qualifying.
First rule of karate.
Why does it not look dark enough? It's unrealistic, but it doesn't look very dark. It's qualifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just thinking, hang on a minute, it doesn't look dark. But, yeah, with that. So anyway, guys, welcome into Off the Line Racing. We are here today for EU2. It's the final round here in Bahrain of the F124 game cycle, as well as our season 3. I'm joined today by Ryan in the commentary booth, so I'll let him say hello.
Hello, hello, hello. It's been a good couple of weeks, but it's always good to be back. Boy, it's going to be some great fun.
And that leave and rejoin thing, I think we might do because you were crackly
Really?
then. So yeah, we kind of expected that, didn't we?
Alright.
Just get Ryan back in. Xbox Party has a thing of if they're already in the party before you go live, the other person's really crackly. As he's in now, let's see if that's any better.
Let's hope that is better. Is that
Right.
all good?
So
Can't tell right now because screen won't load on my laptop.
I think you're all good. Yeah. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of an echo. Might need to unplug your headset also and put it back in.
Hello, is there still an
Yeah.
echo? For God's sake, why is it always me having the issues? Give me a minute.
What I'll do a new party. Apologies, guys. The Xbox is funny with the audio sometimes. Yeah, I did a new party, so hopefully we'll see how that is. There's no echo.
Thank you. You talking, mate?
I am.
Oh, there we go. Just need to turn you
Yep.
up. Didn't realise for some reason it turned you all the way down in the party. That should be good now. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fingers
I can't
crossed.
hear as much. There's no echo this time.
Is there any crackles?
We shall see when it plays.
Why is it always me having the issues when it comes to starting these up?
Yeah, you sound alright now, so I think
Okay,
we're good
there
to
we
go
go.
with that. Yeah.
We are officially kicking and rolling.
Yeah, I think so. You don't sound as crackly.
as crackly or crackly at all?
No, it's not as bad. There's definitely a lot more tolerable if there is anything.
Okay,
I haven't got it up very loud, so
that's always good. Obviously,
no, that sounds alright.
we can
Yeah,
get
that
told
sounds alright.
by whoever's
Yeah.
watching if there is issues. But as I was saying, it's always great to be back commentating here. Obviously, it's been a good couple of weeks. I was meant to be here a couple of weeks ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, but I was having electrical problems and sadly couldn't make it. But we are here for the final day. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's just getting an invite to one of our latecomers. We have got a couple of people still to join here during qualifying, but I'm on board with Tico. Why he joins is he's behind Ben, so we'll go with Ben first. Is he's going to be? Oh no, I thought he was going to be the first. I didn't see there was two guys ahead, so we've got times coming in already for quickest from KFC bloke with 27.7 for his banker. So we'll go back with Ben, as I know he's coming to the end of a lap. So we'll see where he can put himself on his banker, and he goes with a 28.2 into fifth now. As I think that was Tico who comes in and puts a new pole time on the board.
Yeah, going about 2/10 quicker than Dak bloke, as I'm going to call him today. I don't recognise his name from any of the other times I've done this.
Which one's that? Tico?
No, Dak bloke. Currently
oh,
P2
yeah,
local.
KFC bloke. Yeah, he's been here all season, I think, in EU. I think last time you commentated with me, though, it was the American guys.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It's been a while. That's all we can remember. It's been a good number of weeks.
I can't see Poochie in yet, so I'll quickly send him another one.
Let's get the stream up again on my laptop. Hopefully it can work this time.
So Sid and June MY are the only two without a time on the board at the moment. Sid's coming down the back straight. Currently the second DRS zone of the lap. Well, I don't know if you class that as the second or the third. Because
the third,
the
isn't
one
it?
on the main straight,
Good,
well, the
yes.
one on the main straight sort of starts just before the line, doesn't it? So I don't, yeah. But it's majority beginning of the lap, so yeah, I would sort of class that as the third, really.
I was gonna say, yeah, I would class start finish straight as one because it's heading down to the first corner.
Yeah.
That's the way I've
but
always
we've
seen
just
it anyway.
seen Sid invalidate that lap, so we'll go back to June.
He is completely valid so far, from what I'm aware. I've literally just come off of him. He is coming around the final corner, and now battery is being fully deployed. Obviously, wanting to maximise his speed as he does make his way up into fifth. It's a decent little lap from Doom.
Yeah, so other than Sid with that invalidation, that's everybody with a banker lap down to get us started here. So people getting out, getting laps down straight away.
Ricky's saying I need to turn my mic up slightly, but it is as loud as it goes. Could there be something you could do in the party with it?
Possibly. Let's see. Let's try that.
Okay, hopefully that's better, Ricky. Obviously, if you are still watching, just let me know, and I can try and sort something out if it's still not great. But yeah, I mean, last race of the season, obviously, very high deg track. A lot of tyre saving will need to be done. Obviously, predicted one stops, hard to medium or vice versa. But as you did see, Lanky in the American race the other morning for, well, you, we did see a soft tyre involved there. So someone could give us a bit of a shock, but we'll just have to wait and see.
With having the lobby reset, obviously they get all fresh tyres, don't they, coming back into the race, so that opens up the softs a little bit more for them.
Yeah, it will lead to some good racing.
The audio. Microphone volume. I don't know if that's got to be my microphone, surely.
I was going to say, if you go into the party and click on...
Yeah, I've turned you up in the party.
I think that's as high up as I can go, though.
I mean, I can hear you in the stream now.
Yeah,
we'll see how it is.
If it comes to it, I can just shout and annoy my parents. It's fine. No, yeah, it's always me with the technical issues, isn't it, Lanky? Always me. No, but yeah.
Yeah, he's put his fine now, so I think
Okay,
it
cool.
has gone a bit
That's
louder.
that's a
So
lot better then.
that's good.
As
Beautiful.
as long as it's all good now. Want to keep the boss happy, as
Yeah.
I like to say.
And qualifying as well, get his good time like
Get it
to
all
have it
sorted,
sorted
yeah.
for the race instead of needing faffing around during a race.
It's always good to faff about during qualifying, just never the race.
That breaks up the little time a little bit. Why, like that little moment there,
Yeah,
why everybody was back in the pits and getting themselves back out.
kind of
Now
passes the
now we
time a
can get
little
back
bit.
to the action. Yeah,
As we do
there's a
see,
thing.
Dak Bloke
There's a
is out
Williams.
on his outlap. Hasn't validated it though somehow.
Yeah, we've got PW looks to be on a push lap. His light isn't on, and he's
He is
just coming around. I
very
think
much
Alkai
pushing.
is also on a push just in front of him. So I'll sit with
Yes.
Alkai so we can see his time first.
I'll
And we'll
sit
come
with
back
Jones.
to. Yeah, you keep eye on Jones. So we're with Alkai here. Coming up to the end of Sector 2 now. Let's see if he's got any kind of improvement so far. And he does get a purple Sector 2.
That is very good. PW Jones does go 2 tenths quicker on his sector 2 time, so we could be seeing 2 very good laps here coming in from both of them.
Yeah, they're already in a decent spot. So we could be seeing a new pole lap coming. Possibly, as we see Alkai go over 27.5. He's close to it.
PW Jones
And then also
just missing
PW
out.
27.5. Yeah, close between those two. Nearly identical laps between those two. Only a thousandth in it. No, 100th.
Yeah, it's
10th,
next to
100th.
nothing. Even then, between Alki and Tico as well, it's only 700ths. It's
So yeah, these
very
times
close.
tightening up a little bit now.
Which actually, this is very good for Haas, I think, constructors-wise, because as I was saying to you before we started, oh, massive snap there for Jones, coming through the S's, sorry. Obviously, Haas are trying to, I think it's keep their lead, obviously not at the top, but from what they have in the constructors, which I'll get it up now, just so I can make sure. Yes, Haas are currently ahead of the Red Bull, which there is one of each, with 8 points separating the two. The Red Bull will have to outscore the Haas by those 8 points if they do want to sneak that P3 in the constructors at the end of the season, as it's really all that they do have to play for now, considering driver championships been wrapped up. Oh, I've lost audio.
But yeah, we're
Come back.
just trying to see who we got. Tico on a hot. Is he burning?
Pico he's on hot lap mode, so I'm guessing so.
Yeah, he is burning. I couldn't get the view behind him then, the camera. I wanted to see if his light was flashing or not.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, he is
But
very.
it gave me a head on. Yeah, he's got a purple middle sector there. I didn't see the improvement. It's just disappeared off the top right.
3800.
So I didn't see that.
Just under 400ths of an improvement so far on this lap for Tico. Obviously he's about to cross the line here, maybe stretch his lead a little bit more, try and secure that pole. No, he's 4800 slower that time, so very, very consistent still. But obviously he would have probably wanted to move a little bit closer, as that's a bit of a
I think
cut there.
we'll expect to see these times tighten up a little bit though. I mean, AM, I think our pole lap was a 26. I can't without looking say exactly what it was. I know they were in the 26s, but that is our AM1, where these are our EU2. But I'd expect possibly to see someone tickle on the edge of the 26s, bordering into the 27s maybe by the end of this, looking at Tico's time already.
I'm not sure if it's just my thing having a bit of a visual glitch, but I've just gone on with Dune and he went about 5 tenths up, so about half a second off on his lap time as he was entering the third sector. He's just about to cross the line now. Where will he bump his car? And he does
He
take
does.
pole. Well, provisional, so
So
sorry.
yeah, there's another improvement. We comes was that wasn't his first lap, was it? He
No,
managed to get his banker down. So yeah,
but this is going to be the first lap for City. He's just about to cross the line. Obviously, there in that Mercedes, yet to set a time. He goes sixth fastest. I don't think he'll get another time in because obviously he's got to make his way around, get in the pits, get new tyres on, and yeah, no, he's definitely not. But I mean, sixth isn't always the worst place to start. The worst place I would say is probably that seventh to tenth area because then you've got all the carnage ahead of you going into turn one.
yeah, I'm not one. I'm not a fan of starting in the middle of the pack
Always,
because you've got a bunch in front and then a bunch behind, and you've got to trust yourself with braking to not go up anybody in front, and then trust that everyone behind you is going to do the same thing. Yeah, it's not a nice place to be.
I mean, personally, favorite place to start is back of the grid, especially if it's only a 10 driver lobby, because then all the carnage can be
Yeah,
ahead of you, and you can just kind of
it depends on the track, I think, as well. Like what
yeah,
turn one's like, because some turn ones you can get gone, but ones like this one where it's heavy braking and into a slow speed, it's you can easily gain and lose
a
positions
lot of
really
positions. Yeah,
quickly.
Hooch is just I think exiting the pits in a moment. I saw the Haas start moving and then it stopped. So it could just be a visual glitch on my end. Um,
Yeah, I don't know if I was on board with Ellis. Don't think no, he's gone off track, so he's not on a push lap. So Pucci's on the out lap now, which this will be most likely his one
and
and only
only
run by the time he gets it done.
yeah, he's got plenty of time. He's got three and a bit minutes to get
Yeah,
around the track, get his tyres nice and warm, keep his battery at a nice level to then absolutely burn, baby, burn it. As the saying goes, to try and get as far up the pecking order as obviously he can, as long as he doesn't invalidate. Because that wouldn't be too ideal for the Haas driver, especially in that fight for third in the constructors that we were talking about very, very briefly. Been quite a quiet qualifying, hasn't it?
yeah,
Nothing too
it's quite
shocking. I think.
it's a fairly long-ish lap as well in the 130s. So and that's pushing. So
Yeah,
on a warm-up lap, you could be more near the 2-minute mark to do your out lap, depending on whether you're one that likes to floor it to get onto the lap, or whether you like to take time to do some zigzagging and get
yeah.
those tyres warm.
Doon's left the session. I'm guessing he's just been disconnected. But we do
Yeah,
have
I should try and get him back in.
Poochhead now just starting his lap. He quickly short shifts down into second, then back up to third on exit. But he has got a bunch of ghosted cars around him that could cause some issues visually. Could maybe miss a braking mark, a brake marker, or to maybe lose him a solid couple of hundredths or tenths of a second, which in this lobby, as we have seen from definitely the front two of Tico and Dune, not even separated by a tenth. It's every millisecond's going to count between these drivers.
Just trying to get June back in.
All good. I've just got a notification saying that my controller batteries are low, so I'm going to quickly change them so we don't have any issues in the race.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, Tom's in the pit. Tom is the one, because he was the co-com, he's the one that has everybody invited. And I have most, but June is one of the ones that I don't have.
That's kind of unfortunate. How will he get back in? Will we just have to get him in through Tom?
Uh, he says he has me on Xbox, but I can't see him on Xbox.
Okay, I should be all back now. Was not a very good lap from Pooch. I've only just seen that there's about a second off the pace, and he's put his car in P9. The guy he needs to be beating is currently in P5, which is very much going to be in that that DAC, DAC FC bloke, KFC bloke, whatever his name is, whatever you call him, Lanky. I'll just go with that one.
Yeah, KFC
It's
bloke.
KFC bloke, yeah. Okay, we'll do
Yeah.
that. Just keeps it nice and
Should I see
simple.
who's first? Where is it? Which Ferrari is it? So it's Ellis. So we'll go on board with Ellis. He's coming to the end of his lap. So he's coming up to the line now. So we'll see whatever he gets. No, I think he did get an improvement, but not on his position. So that's his qualifying. He got 29.4 to finish with. So next one is going to be an Aston Martin of Ben. So we'll see where he goes. And he has no improvement. Nor does Sid. Then it's going to be the McLaren
Tom.
of Tom. And he has an improvement. That puts him up into 7th with a 28.1. And then we see PW Jones go up into 2nd with a 27.4. And Tico coming down to the line. Can he
Not
get back in front? No, he can't. He's just shy of Jones again. So those two have been close all the way through qualifying.
Final one is going to be Alki.
And then that leaves
Alki, sorry.
Alki, yeah, who does get an improvement, but not on position. Puts himself 2 thousandths behind KFC bloke.
That
So
is very, very close.
yeah, that's really close between them.
It's
Sid,
exactly what he needed.
from Sid upwards.
Yeah, it's exactly what the Haas team needed, especially in that fight. Obviously only 8 points ahead of the Red Bull, who is starting ahead of him, but it's not like he's got too much ground to make on him. They are pretty much sharing the same spot on the grid, just on the other side of the track.
Yeah. And that run down to turn 1 as well. There's a decent bit of a run before they have to brake. So,
yeah,
the launch is what's the word?
I don't know.
The launch is something you just want to nail. Really, it's not one. Obviously with some tracks, if with the shorter run. If you don't get the best of starts, it doesn't compromise you too much. But somewhere like Mexico or even
Mexico
here, Bahrain,
is what came to mind.
if you don't get that start, you can really lose out on your run down into turn 1.
Yeah. You did get a picture of starting order, didn't you? Okay, good. I did too, just in case. Always better to be safer than sorry, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. So we got someone that's going to be joining us in the lobby reset, so they will be starting obviously from the back when they
Lost
do join.
the first challenge, why not?
Bahrain's not a bad track to try it on.
No, 29 laps, obviously it's guaranteed
Strong with
one
DRS.
stop. Yeah, lots of DRS zones. Quite quickly after one another as well. So you got run down to turn 1, then you got exit of turn 3 going up to 4. Then you got the S section, and then you have it again after turn 10 hairpin, don't you?
Yeah, and then pretty much sector 3, it's flat out majority, isn't it? You got one, like 2 corners that you have to hit the brakes a little bit for, but it's pretty much high speed all the way.
Now time for the demolition derby.
Final sector. Yeah. So now we'll the practice start.
Everyone loves a bit of demolition derby. Get some anger out from qualifying if you didn't. Qualify where you wanted to put the car. Get the anger out here, so then you have a nice clear head for the race. Who's going to win this?
Yeah, and even as is with some people, I think June there, you could do a little they do a practice start, see how the car's feeling down to run 1 with the setups that they're using.
Looks like we're still waiting on some. Here we go. Now they're all...
We've got June and Ellis. The last 2 to retire, please, lads, if you can hear me.
If you don't, I don't know what we'll do to you.
They're all familiar. No one's new, so yeah.
They all know what's expected, so still going though.
I should hope that they don't go too long.
Just straight line each other, like. Now's the time if you want to do it to someone. So you can't do it in the race, so. This is going to take a minute.
Yeah, I'm just letting them know. Can they have it?
Although, for some reason, the possible race strategies is either a 2-stop or a 3-stop. It's come up saying for me. There we go. We have Dune retiring, and then it looks like, yeah, Ellis is going to just
Crash lobby
wanted to do a
reset
lap.
always after quali. Alright, yeah, it's fine. First time. I don't think it's June's first time. It's not June's first time easy. I think he must have just been testing his setup or something. But yeah, we like to have that done usually a little bit quicker because obviously everybody's waiting. Everybody wants to get racing. He couldn't get control of his car because he joined late. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, yes.
Because
Because
he disconnected, didn't he, and
disconnect.
then
Yeah.
joined back.
Okay.
So
We'll give
that
you
makes
leeway,
sense.
Dune.
We'll let him off. Yeah, it's last
We'll-
race. We'll let
we'll-
well, last race of F1 24.
Yeah, got the new game coming out in 6 days now. Well, for the enhanced edition.
Yeah, so with that, anybody who's interested in getting into league
Good
racing,
segue
if they're
that,
not
wasn't it?
already, yeah, we're obviously getting ready to set up for season 4 and
When is it sign-ups open?
on the new game.
I should know this.
I'll have to look on the thing. I've got 7th of June in my head, but I might be wrong.
I'll say I've got about the 7th, 8th of June in my head. It would be announcements, wouldn't it? Or season 3 announcements.
Yeah, but yeah, as we're getting ourselves ready now for the game coming out next week, and then sign-ups will be opening for our season 4.
Yes, June 3rd they open with them closing on the 17th. Obviously, you have 3 time trial times to set and then send them all in and see if you can make it. It's going to be exciting to see how, obviously, with the handling and everything coming to the new game, how fast these boys are going to get compared to where they are now.
This one, yeah. Bear with me. I'm just doing all the
Lobby
things
reset
I need
stuff.
to do for the reset. Yep.
You are the busy man of this. I am just your right hand man, as it's called for this evening. But yeah, last race of the season, 29 laps. Predicted 1 stop. Could be more. Safety cars, surprisingly common around Bahrain. Don't overly see why. I see a lot of people sometimes losing it over the curbs around the S's, but we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, these are some very talented drivers, as we saw during qualifying. So it's a matter of just waiting to see. It could be a very quiet race, for all we know. But either way, hopefully, it will provide us some sort of entertainment for the next, I don't know, next hour or so.
Yeah. Just before I do the grid, just gonna find out what's happening with this guy. Other person that said they're joining quickly. Give him
A quick
give him
ping.
1 minute to see what's happening, and then got to try and make this race. Anyways.
Oh, is it the
So he's I think Tom's the
SBA
one that's got him.
guy? Looks like he's just not realised the time. Which is all fine. It's those mistakes happen.
Yeah. Right. Well, why we give him a second? I'm gonna quickly run to the little boy's room, and then I'll get this done, and we can get going.
Oh, you do that.
So
I can
bear with
provide a
me.
little bit of entertainment. So, championship, well, constructors wise, is still fully going ahead. Obviously, as we have talked about, the Haas and the Red Bull are separated by only 8 points. There, so the Red Bull does need to just make up those points on Alki today, which, as we saw in qualifying, could be a tougher, harder said than done. No, harder done. I don't know the saying. My mind has gone blank. But moving a bit further down, we do also have a fight for 5th going on. I'm not sure if we do have an Alpine or a Sauber here today. We don't, so them two will stay exactly where they are, with the Alpine finishing in 5th and the Sauber in 6th. But is there going to be the fight for the Ferraris and the RB today? No. unless this Swifty guy is an RB driver, which then that could very well be on. Yes,
Wait, he's a sugar-free RB. Yep.
yeah, we have the sugar-free, the sugar-free Red Bull. If you know, you know. Them two very close by 2 points separating them. The Honda does need to make up a lot of ground and need to hope for possibly a retirement from the Ferraris, considering that we do have two of them racing compared to just him. Um, but it's yeah, so it's still to fight for those drivers mentioned. Everyone else is just driving because they need to, um, just to make up the numbers and so they don't get moaned at because no one likes that. Um, but yeah, it's the game's kind of gone a bit meh, especially over the last I would say couple of months. Everyone's just wanting the new game to be out, see how it is. Hopefully, we actually have a good year on an F1 game for the first time in I'd say a good number of years. But I would say 24 was a step in the right direction. It seems like some people are enjoying the sugar-free Red Bull quote. You can blame Lanky for that one.
Right. So that is the grid set to the people in here. Tom is mentioning SVA blast, but I don't think we get. Can you make it into lobby or not? Lobby reset happening. Right.
Do we have SVA joining, or is he already in here and he's just under a different name?
No.
I mean, we only have 11. We was expecting 12 tonight, weren't we? So it could. Is he the one missing?
Yeah, I don't think SVA is gonna make it yet. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
just gonna
unfortunate.
double check everything. Some realistic, approximate. Ghost collisions are back on. And that is it.
Are we all good to go for the final day of the season?
I think so. Weekend structure, off long, custom grid, grid editor, everyone down to Swifty. Beautiful.
Are we good to go?
We are indeed. So I shall get them ready.
Oh, surely there's a way that we could just end up them hearing us through the lobby, that we could just go, "Oi, ready up now," rather than having to ping them and hope they all see it. But I guess they'll all get the idea once they see each other readying up. So even if they don't see the message, they'll be like, "Oh, here we are."
So they've all been given a ready up, and they've been given a minute to on the grid also. I've said to wait for 7:35 to 36 before anybody readies up. So hopefully that just gives them a bit of time for people to remember their setups. And
So especially around Bahrain, you don't want to be running a preset when everyone else has a very nice setup. I've always found that to be just be horrible. So
and then
understeered.
do their strategies as well. So as I said to you earlier, I don't know if it was on stream or just before. I think it was on stream about obviously with the lobby reset, they get all the tyres, so it opens up
Yes, you said that during qualifying.
the softs. Yeah, that's it.
I had to think
It
then.
opens up the soft because they have all three or two, at least two
Yeah.
sets to use.
My laptop keeps turning off. I'm trying to keep it open so I can have the stream chat open in case anyone does decide to speak to us and give us some company for a bit. Otherwise, it's just me and you, Lanky. Which nobody wants that.
So hopefully nobody does ready up straight away because it's always irritating when that happens.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about it, but
No, because once one person's done it, that 30-second timer is
Yeah.
on, and if you don't make that 30 seconds, I'm sorry, but you're racing without a setup or without a strategy.
at least this time it's a bit darker. It looks normal now.
You don't have to have a
I
quick
forgot the
panic.
quali starts
A
at
little
sunset,
bit,
doesn't
yeah.
it? So it's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it's ever so slightly. It looks quite gloomy though during qualifying. Like it looks like it's about to rain.
Yeah.
Like if it was like in Silverstone and the sky looked like that, you're like, okay, we're having some rain today.
Yeah, I nearly did it on Monday with AM. I was like, oh, it started talking about the rain, and I was like, hang on a minute, but it is part rain. So like, I had to remember this a desert,
Although
and the rain does it. It's not impossible, but it's not.
I have had league races around here before in the rain, and I'm talking full
Yeah,
wet
it can
conditions.
happen.
It's not very nice. And I'm sure everyone who has also faced that can back me on saying that it's not very nice to race around here in the wet or even into conditions. Very, very limited train. Let's get rid of that so I can just see chat and the no people that have been talking to us.
Yeah, so we're just coming into that moment where people should start hopefully readying up and they've done their setups and they're ready to go.
We should be hitting that
So
35, 36
just
mark.
gotta
Yeah,
wait for that
it's
beep.
36. As soon as we hear a beep, we know all panic stations are a go. And then we'll be heading down to turn one off of the five red lights for the final time of not only this season but also this game cycle. Which I mean, especially for OTLR, it's been a good game cycle, hasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Reached 400
like
members.
we've pulled what we can from it. I would say as a league, probably more in some ways
Yeah, I
than we
mean,
expected to pull from it, which is always
it's always better.
better
It's always
when you
better to
exceed your
exceed. Yeah,
expectation.
always
Yeah,
better to exceed targets than hit them. But it's always
but
good to just
we're
hit
still
them.
growing. It's a ongoing like learning curve. We're constantly
Trying to adapt, try and make
yeah
it
like learning
better.
things and adjusting to the environment of the game. Should we put it as like
Yeah, I think that's the nicest way of putting it.
yeah like we can only deal with what we've got in front of us, can't we? Like kind of thing, and we just have to try and adapt to it and make the most of it, which I think we've done.
Done very well, I would say so. Obviously having three tiers running, two on the EU, one for the people across the pond. But I'll leave this bit to
But
you,
we
Lanky.
are on the grid. Yeah, the lights are lit. They're holding quite a long hold this time round, and they are away. We are now off the line for the final time here in
Very poor start
OTLR.
from Dunes. Very sorry about
Yeah,
that.
and
Awful
June has
start.
seemed to have bogged right down. He's lost 3 positions into turn one. He's battling with KFC bloke, and also Tico side by side with PW Jones as they go around turn two.
Oh, little bit
We'll
of
come back
contact.
to June. Yeah, June's ghosted a little bit. I think with the contact, he's currently got Sid with him, but he's lost another position there too, Sid, going into turn four. So really
Terrible
slow
start for
start
Alki.
there from June. But is that a tyre thing? As I can see, he is on hards and
I
the
say
guys in front are on softs. So yeah, I think those hards are just needing firing up.
very much so. The hards do often take a little bit of time in comparison to the mediums and especially the Red Wall soft tyres. As we
As he
do see
goes
Tom
wide.
going very wide there. I believe that was Tom, or was that Dune?
That was June going wide there. Tom is the one just behind him now.
Yes.
So
it is
we've got two McLarens fighting two Hasses here.
Not what the Hasses want.
Coming out of sector 2. Yeah, both the Hasses are in front though.
Both of the Hasses are where they need to be, but they just want to get a nice gap. Oh, that was a big.
That was close.
Ooh.
That was close. Yeah, that was close between June and Poochie there. June nearly taking his wing through the diffuser of Poochie head, but
Tom getting a
you got the
nice
teammates
squeeze there
side by
off Dune.
side. Yeah, I saw one of the Hasses have a little squirrely exit there coming out of the final corner, so I don't know if that's compromised his run.
We have.
As we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1 with both the Hasses and Tom on the inside.
It looks like actually
Tom
Dune's making his way
the
through.
move.
No, not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, big moment
Oh,
there
it's
from
June
Tom.
and Tom. Yeah, I thought that was Tom. We're getting confused with them now.
Yeah.
Again, that was June.
Okay, I'll focus on Tom. You focus on June.
June's the one in front.
Yes. Tom.
Now, June is the one that is definitely in front of Tom, but he tried to get the move done round turn 1 there, but which obviously being on the inside of turn 1 put him on the outside of turn 2, which then allowed the Haas to keep the position. We'll take a look back at the
Oh,
front as we've been watching those
Sid's
guys.
beautiful switchback move going into the turn 10 hairpin there on KFC bloke, getting the up and under, getting him done under braking and getting the car turned in nicely, getting the DRS open and making his way into turn 11 and 12
Yeah,
up onto the
Sid's had a
podium.
really good start.
An incredible start, up 3 places on the start. With Tico, who is currently leading, making his way up 2. We have June with a very, very poor start there in 6th, making his way down 5 places. But his Alkai's teammate got very confused there, and Poochie Head making his way up 2, with Dune's teammate Tom losing 1. Same with Ben losing 1, and then Swifty and Ellis have just switched places. And that's just all the changes that we've had, really.
As we see Jones overtake Tico with the DRS there into turn 1. Was way ahead in under braking.
I'm not
So
sure.
we see 2 McLaren side by side. Yeah,
But I believe,
got a battle going on back here.
Poochie Head has front wing damage. Tom sending a bit of a no, it was Dune. Sorry, sending a little bit late of a lunge down the inside, making contact after jumping turn 1. Taking off the front right end plate of Poochie Head. That is very much not what that man would want around here. You need your front wing, especially for that start of Sector 2.
Yeah, hopefully if it's just the end plate though, or light damage though, he can tolerate it until the pit stop. Yeah, it just depends on, and with the DRS, whether he can stay with the cars ahead. So, unfortunate little moment there for Poochie with the battle going with the 2 McLarens, but he is holding his ground there.
No, Sid's dropped it under traction. Sorry to cut you off there, but
no,
Sid's
that's fine. It brings my attention to it. That's why.
Sid's just completely dropped it, going into that long right-hander just before turn 13, and he's lost 2.5 seconds to the car
pulling
ahead.
Off.
Oh no, Sid, don't do this. Don't do this, Sid. Come on, you're better than this. Don't retire.
Wasn't, yeah, what's he done there?
I
don't know why he's let everybody past.
Perhaps he wants to do a last.
No, he looked like...
Oh, he's coming into the pits.
Yeah, he's coming in to retire, isn't he?
No, Sydney.
Yeah, that's why he's let everybody go past before, because
start.
on this track... I mean, fair play to him for doing what he did, because on this track it can kick your car back out on track under AI with the yellow flag. And I think he's thought of that. Like, he's let everybody go past him before going in the pit and retiring. So fair play on that side, because as you can see, it is bringing his car back out, even under AI. So
they need to fix that for the new game.
He's remembered that. Yeah, he's remembered that. So I'll give him fair play for that one, because his car could rightfully have come right out and got in somebody's way. So he's thought of everybody else there.
Sorry, the Haas driver of Poochie going a little bit wide there, under braking. I think just maybe outbroke himself just a little bit, going side by side into turn 10. But he is currently sandwiched by 2 McLarens. It's definitely not what that man wants, especially with.
Said his wheel died.
Oh,
sorry to jump in. That's what happened to him. His wheel died.
Yeah,
is what he's saying.
Very
so
unfortunate.
That's why he carried on straight on. Yeah, but even so, it made it look like what he did, because it brought his car back out. It could have impeded somebody, so it worked out in that way, but just didn't work out for him. Yeah.
We do have a nice fight here for what is it? For 5th place, we have a 5 car, sorry, from P9.
Haas of Poochie and Tom side by side in turn 1.
Late lunge there by the McLaren on his teammate. I don't quite think he got the move done. I think it was Dune actually trying to make the pass, but not quite making it happen as his teammate looks to go up the inside at turn 4. Pulls the Haas out wide. A little bit of contact. Was that a bit of tactical play to try and help his teammate out? I am not too sure, but it hasn't worked out too much because the position wasn't made. But it looks like here, under the first little hairpin, it's kind of like, these McLaren boys are definitely working together, and it's actually working out very well.
Pucci's holding his ground with that damaged wing, though. You've got to remember his right side end plate. He doesn't have no right end plate, so even with that damage.
What's happened to Dune here? Dune's left. I think Dune's disconnected.
Dune has left. I shall get him back in.
that's going to be unfortunate
because
because he's going to
Tom
just
is
drop down now.
racing. He's gonna lose a little bit, but hopefully we can get him back in
Oh,
ASAP.
oh, sorry about that, but Tom nearly did the exact same thing what Sid did
Oh, where's he
there.
gone now?
It looks like he has managed to keep it, but not quite. It looks like Poochiehead does have a very nice run. Is he gonna? He looks to have a look into the final corner. Doesn't go for it. Tightens his own line. Kind of ruins his run now onto the start-finish road. But he will have DRS and battery to play with. Goes all the way to the right as you want to do. Try and limit going over as many of the bumps as Swifty making a double overtake going into turn one. Tom is sandwiched between an RB and a Haas. The Haas has to pull out, but Ben goes through. Sorry, almost said Tom goes through, but Ben goes through, making up 2 places in one corner, just under braking alone. It was a great move from the Aston Martin. I hope you managed to catch that.
No, I haven't. That's my bad. It's there going in the background, but June's EA name isn't the same
That's
because he's
not
not
helpful.
coming up as June in my list. Yeah, so I don't know which one's June.
Invite everyone you know. Everyone else who joins can just watch. But no,
Sat June NY. He's not coming up in my list.
that's people just should make what comes up on the timing board on the game their EA. It would make things so much easier. Um, but everything has changed here. The 2 McLarens who were leading Poochiehead have now dropped behind him. Poochiehead has moved his way up into 7th, with Ben ahead of him in 6th on the in the Aston Martin on those hard tyres, with Swifty, the man who started last after joining very late, has moved his way up into 5th, but he is going to bog down here, maybe 2, maybe 3 places going into turn 1. It looks like it is going to be 3. Tom on the inside, which obviously turns to the outside for turn 2 and 3. Not quite getting the move done, but it looks like we might go 3 wide here into turn 4. No, we only go 2 wide between the McLaren and Swifty.
He's not there.
No, that's very unfortunate. Dunes, bit like Sid, game cycle has come to an end. Swifty having a terrible couple.
Yeah, sorry for that,
corners there.
June. It is EA has a thing where it can show you EA name, Xbox name, or I have 3 sometimes on some people on my list that gives them like 3 different names, and you'll
Yeah.
have like the Xbox logo next to their name, then it'll have EA next to their name, and then something else.
And then it'll have
if
like
they've used another platform, yeah.
If they have like a PC or
And
something.
I think his name must be different somewhere else, and he's coming up different in game for me because there is because he sent me a friend request before the race and I accepted it, so I have got him there, but I can't see him as the display name I know him as. So I don't know, unless he can say what other name he could be showing as, then I can't find him.
That is very unfortunate for him, as it looks like Tom is making his way into the pits, possibly for an early stop here on lap 8. He's definitely coming in. It looks like he's going onto those hard tyres. So he's going to be doing about 20 laps, and he's serving a penalty. Is that a 10? No, I may not be serving a penalty. Could have just had a poor stop. It looked like he was serving a penalty.
3 second that one. Yeah, he won't be serving that. Unless you're on about Tom, I don't think had. Unless I missed it while I was trying to get June in.
So I haven't seen anything about Tom getting a penalty. The only person that I do know about having a penalty
I don't think Tom had one.
is Ellis, who is obviously on that 3 second there, which is not at all what he would want, with his teammate all the way up fighting for P1 alongside the constructors champions of the Williams, but the driver is just PW Jones. The man is always been up there. Where did he finish in the title race this year? Oh no, it is our champion. It is our EU champion that he is fighting.
Right. That's June sorted. He's just added me on Xbox, so
Okay.
he's not a million miles. He's not a million miles behind. There's still loads of race left. We've still got 20 laps, so
Very much.
not the most ideal situation, but
So,
he can get back in and hopefully get control of his car and make something of it now.
yeah.
So
Tico going for a bit
that's
of an
that.
undercut here onto the
Yeah.
medium tyres. Gonna try.
So I just have to remember, if he disconnects, Xbox not through the game.
I'll tell you Xbox if he disconnects again.
Yeah.
As soon as I see
Yeah.
the message, I'll be like,
Cheers.
Xbox.
But hopefully that's him sorted, and we can just
Focus on the
now
racing.
for the next 20 laps. We can just
Because you've missed a lot. We've had a lot of good racing.
Yeah, I've missed I think 3 or 4 laps, didn't I? That's my bad. Apologies there. It
Yeah.
happens.
It happens to the best of us. But we have had.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like it was anything like I was doing it really slow. It was just by the time I flicked through all the lists trying to look for him, like yeah, it's just one of those things. But
Just saying,
nonetheless, we've got it sorted now.
if he does pit now, if PW Jones does pit now, Tico will inherit the lead. He is only 23 and a half seconds behind our race leader at the moment. But I've got
Yeah,
a
the
feeling.
undercut is the undercut's strong,
Yeah.
especially if he gets himself into any kind of DRS with the cars ahead. So
It doesn't look like he
Jones
has
will
that though.
want to look to stop. Maybe, I mean, Tico has put the hards. Is that the hards? No, he's got mediums, so he ain't going to be taking them to the end, I don't think.
No, and I'm pretty sure he
So maybe he's doing a soft, medium, soft.
maybe. But is that a good idea? Where everyone's going to be doing a one-stop.
It's close.
Yeah.
From what I remember from the AM race, because obviously the strategy we had no safety car. There was VSC, but I don't believe we had a full safety. So it was race condition all the way through, and we did see different strategies because of that. And I think it was close between the two strategies the two main strategies everybody ran. I'm not gonna, in case anybody's listening, I'm not gonna say exactly how it panned out because
it could work.
that's for them to find out for themselves during
Exactly.
the race. Yeah, but from the two main strategies I could see most people doing, it was close.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As suspected, by the way, Jones did pit on the end of lap 9, start of lap 10, and it did give the net lead to Tico. Obviously, the man currently in third, fighting with Dune, as he is now back in the lobby, as I'm pretty sure. He is inherited the race.
Yeah, he's back in.
lead.
It's just hopefully he's got control of the car.
Let's see if we can.
It looks like he
figure it
has
out.
by the way it is driving.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that appears to be under AI control, so
No,
that's all good
inputs are
because
too
we know the
precise.
game sometimes can be a pain and not let you regain control of your car. So
Yeah, I've never quite understood why that is. It's got to be a bug.
it's just it's just this game is full of bugs. It's an insect farm.
You was about to say something else there. You caught yourself nicely.
It's got bugs, I think, on every track
Ants
and
everywhere.
every corner, sort of thing. Like, yeah, it's definitely not been great for that side of things. I mean, you expect it with games, you know, they're never going to be perfect.
No.
There's going to be a bug somewhere, but this one's just been full of them, like absolutely full of them.
Really, since 22, it's just the games have just been going downhill. I mean, I would say this one's a step, as I was saying before, I think we started qualifying, this one has been a step in the right direction, but I wouldn't say it's a big enough step to warrant any like major praise from the devs.
Yes, I'm just seeing Tom battling side by side with Swifty coming through turn 2. Oh, you could see their times pretty close, so I just jumped on board with them. They're still side by side on the run-ins turn 4. I think Tom was looking for the switch back there, but couldn't set himself up for it enough, like get the traction out of the corner. And he goes deep there, around turn 5 and 6.
How's he done that? Has he just lost traction?
He might have hit that inside curb on the right,
yeah, and it's just thrown him. Yeah,
unsettled the car. Yeah.
that's the
Very
issue
easy.
around
It's
here.
a raised curb. It's a high curb, that one.
Sliding everywhere, but that's the issue with Bahrain is you you can mount some of the curves, but the second you mount just the wrong one, your car is being sent into either a half spin, into a barrier if you're going at obviously significant speeds.
Especially on the hards.
Yeah.
The traction on hards
Horrible.
is not the greatest. Yeah. They sort of like, I think it's mostly on like heat. They struggle to maintain a decent temperature.
Hopefully that's something that can be fixed for the new game. Obviously, oh, big snap there from Tom on the exit of the final corner, losing him a lot of time there. He's about 3 seconds back from Swifty now, as he's also just gone onto the grass. Not quite sure why, but yeah, we are starting to see
Jones is catching. I think he's closing slowly. I mean, he's just dropped a little bit there, but
yeah,
let's see what he does coming through this sequence. He's there on the 2 second mark behind Tico. So obviously, like you said, Tico has did manage to get that undercut on him, and then June is now just following on nicely behind at the moment with PW. He knows PW's on fresher tyres, I think. But yeah, I think we've just seen that.
Tom.
I've just had something come up for Tom. He's gone at that corner.
Oh,
he's
beached it. No, that's.
In that situation, a lobby reset is allowed, I believe, because he's beached. Yeah,
I would understand.
A lobby reset, did I say? Track reset,
yeah. You said
because
lobby reset,
because if you are beached, and definitely beached,
he definitely
obviously
was.
that's your only way. So I think that is allowed at that point.
That obviously it will probably. I mean,
he definitely was, because I saw his back wheel spinning.
Yeah, especially that back right that I saw. It was. Oh,
yeah.
What's happened there with Ellis? I don't know if you're still on board with Tom, but
no, I literally just went off him then back to the front, guys. But he's sliding. He's binned it again. He is not liking these hard tyres at all. I think
Ellis has
like it's temperature.
It looks like Ellis has genuinely just turned his car into the wall. He was fine on traction coming out of the turn 10 hairpin, but then it looked like as soon as he came off it, it looked like his car just kind of snapped. I don't know if he had.
He might
a sudden snap of
if he was on the hards. They seem to be struggling on the hards, especially Tom.
Especially Tom. Is he going to pit?
And if Ellis was having a similar fate,
Tom does
then
pit.
Ellis possibly has done that. As we see him come in, is he gonna? Yeah, he's
gonna retire. Yeah.
That's enough for Tom. Tom says it's unfortunate for another one there.
Not gonna lie.
Third.
Could have done the mediums to the end if he was obviously careful with his tyres.
Maybe it was a setup thing he was struggling with.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, maybe not enough tyre pressure or something. Could have been playing a bit of an impact on.
But that has brought a safety. Was that Ellis's crash
that
brought the safety?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Not Tom's, because he went in the pit.
Yeah. I'm still kind of baffled by that Ellis incident though. It literally looked like he made the corner, got it under traction, and just threw the car into the wall.
Yeah.
It's really odd.
Well, I would imagine hopefully we find out what happened there.
Yeah.
Maybe in the chat during the race.
Jones is going to stay out. Jones is the only driver staying out. Obviously, we're not sure about Poochie Head and Swifty, who are now...
Ledgeman, he's known as Ledgeman in the chat. That's LTJ Ellis. He said... Binned it.
Oh, he said he binned it. It looked really odd, because it didn't look like he binned it. From what I could see, it literally looked like he got under traction and then just turned the car into the wall. Obviously, it was an issue with possible oversteer, and it's just sent the car. But yeah, Swifty's staying out as well.
Close everybody up, and anybody that was on the soft still, or on a new soft or anything like that. As we can see, Alkai behind in second there has got the soft tyres on, so I don't think he's going to stop now with being caught back up. But I would have thought they may have stopped.
I would have gone on to medium.
The hard tyre now.
Yeah, medium or hard.
But you can even medium. I mean, hard definitely. You definitely get there. I think I saw one person get a puncture on Monday.
That was unfortunate.
It is possible trying to to do. It was on his rear left, I think, that went. So it definitely seems like this track obviously is heavy on that rear left side, especially going around this corner at speed, because all the load is on that left.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was his rear left that he punched around that corner as well, coincidentally. Like,
yeah, we are waiting for two drivers to catch up now. Just Swifty and Poochhead, obviously the two boys at the back of the grid. But this is actually quite good for them. They're on.
It's going to save the hards. Yeah.
Swifty's on 1 lap old hards. Poochhead is on 4 lap old. But
like Jones and that is going to save them, because
yeah,
they're definitely should be able to take them to the end now.
100%.
As we do see Alkai come in. They are going for it. They are thinking
maybe
better
not.
of it.
Yeah.
Being on the fresh hards at the back of the pack of this safety car is better than
Dune.
taking the stop.
We have Dune, who will be on those softs, and I'm guessing that will be to the end, because 14 laps, especially with the safety car being when it is.
They've still, yeah.
I doubt any.
14 lap softs, you would be close to puncher range at that point. I think.
Very much.
I think it's around like between the 8 to 10 is like where people are stopping.
Yeah. But hey, as I called it before the race, safety car. I did call it. Saying about how it's quite common, but we never know. But obviously, it was under unfortunate circumstances, especially for Ellis on his farm day. Obviously, still in a fight with his team, obviously Ferrari, for a constructors spot for a guaranteed. Obviously, that will be finalised all today, and we can obviously run through that in within the next 20 odd minutes when this race is over. Now then, is this safety car going to be called in? Does look like we have some racing under the safety car though. A couple of the boys getting a bit excited, wanting to just get the final few laps of racing on this game done with. No one wants to be sat behind a safety car. Gets very boring very quickly. We all want to be racing wheel to wheel. Gives us the entertainment in the commentary box. Safety car is in this lap. I'll let you take the restart.
Yeah, so why they let the safety car pull away and get itself back in the pit lane. We can see them all weaving around, trying to get some temperature back into those hards, which are hard enough to keep temperature anyway. Pardon the sort of pun thing, hard.
Not gonna
they're hard
lie,
enough because they're hard tyres.
I didn't even think of it. That went right over my head. Very well done.
It come in my head. I'm saying hard a lot here, but anyway, with that, PW Jones gets his foot down and gets away nice and cleanly. He doesn't put himself under pressure from the Ferrari into turn 1.
There's a
this
lot
time
of
round.
contact at turn 1 between the sugar-free Red Bull, as we called it earlier on, and Alkai. Alkai getting a little bit caught on Swifty getting a little bit caught on Alkai's wheel. Sorry, got the names the wrong way around the first time trying to say it. I've got a bit of a visual glitch here.
Oh, Jones just trying to make it. He doesn't get the move done.
No.
I saw him make a dive there into the hairpin, but he doesn't manage to get the move done.
He's going to make it into the second hairpin, though.
He's going to look at it again, though. Yeah.
Keeping it nice and clean.
Oh, he gets it done this time.
I've seen no DRS, so this is all going to be down to burning battery and traction.
Fresher tyre as well, yeah.
Fresh
he's on
soft.
Soft, didn't he?
See, the issue with going onto those softs when he did is he's got to go 14 laps.
They are going to be screaming.
They're going to be screaming.
End.
Bear in mind, everyone around him is on fresh hards. Obviously, as we've seen with Tom, the hards aren't great tyres at the moment.
So it all depends on what he can do
with those
now,
softs.
why they're fresh. Yeah, he needs to try and get himself ahead of PW and then make a gap if he can.
He's got to get that gap very quickly.
Them softs, before the softs disappear from him and the hard becomes the better tyre.
Oh, very late on the brakes.
See him make that move into turn 1. Yeah.
Switch back
and
from
he
PW
manages
Jones.
to get it slowed down enough.
Yeah, he gets the move done. And he has the DRS, so that's going to help him massively pull away. If Jones didn't burn, I'm guessing he burnt there. I wasn't on board with him. Oh, Jones having a bit of a moment there on the exit of turn 4, just losing the rear a little bit. It's given Dune that half a second gap to try and have a bit of a breathing room. Not quite breaking the DRS yet, though. Lap 17, we still have a good number of laps. His tyres are going to probably start wearing off in about 2 to 3 laps time, so he needs to break that gap kind of now if he wants any chance of possibly winning this race. Otherwise, he's got to park his car a bit like how Checo Perez did back in 2021 to try and keep Lewis behind as much as possible.
Yeah, so June hasn't broken that DRS yet, but he is definitely quicker at the moment on them tyres.
He's looking a lot
in the
quicker.
corners, for sure, yeah.
Getting a lot better traction down as he moves all the way over, setting the fastest lap of the race as expected on those soft tyres.
But hopefully now, Tico battling Jones, this is going to do come into June's favour, and June can sort of pull away while they're battling behind him.
I've got a bit of a visual glitch here. It's stiugh saying to me that the safety car is out, even though
it does do that.
I don't know if you
reason.
have that, but
yeah,
you
it
do.
Still says safety car for me. It's been there the whole game and never been fixed, because that's how much of an urgency EA have on fixing their bugs.
The thing,
but
though.
that's a different story.
EA, I know we probably can't say it. I don't know if there are rules against slagging off EA, but they really have.
We can point these things out like bugs. We're not necessarily slandering them in any sort of way, like badly. We're just saying, look, this is a problem
opinions.
and you need to fix it.
They haven't.
Yeah,
they haven't done good with taking over F1. The game's definitely taken a big hit since they obviously took it over from Codemasters a couple years ago. But hopefully 25 can be a major step forward, and it will probably actually help revive kind of the franchise just that little bit more. I'm getting cool. Let me tell my friend.
I think this game cycle, with the way numbers have been on the game, has been a slight little wake up to them, because it sounds like they're concentrating on it, because they've stopped with that WRC for the time being, as well, their other racing game, because I think they want to just concentrate on getting this where it should be.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what the idea of them holding off on the WRC for now is. But we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, obviously, we'll see in about a week's time, as I have previously said. We're a little bit over a week for the full release. It's just under a week for the what would have been the Champions Edition this year. I don't think it's called that for this new game, is it? Is it called Champions Edition?
Icon or something.
I think it's Icon
Edition.
Edition.
They called it something. Yeah.
Obviously, that comes out on the 27th. But if you are looking at finding some racing for F1 25, make sure to try and join OTLR. Sign-ups open June the 3rd. 17th it closes. Make sure you get in and get your spot. Had to throw in the cheeky plug there.
Yeah. So Jones has dropped back to 4th. I've just he was the one that obviously led this safety car away a few laps ago, and the guys in front of him, 2 of them are on hard tyre also.
They are on
June
fresher hards.
that's on the soft.
They are on fresher hards, though.
Are them hards kind of degrading quicker than expected, or is it just the difference that they're on the fresher ones and they just need to get to that point where they've scrubbed them up a little bit?
Sorry about the. It looked like Tico got a bit of a switchback move done there on June. Not quite, but he is looking at making the move here. Both of them are saving. They are blinking into turn 4. It looks like he's got. No, Tico can't quite get the speed on exit going through the S section now into turn 9 and 10. He should get him on the DRS straight, as much as Dune is on softs. He is on used softs now. It's 6 laps old. Those softs are going to be a little bit worn. Not quite have as much traction as they did about 3 laps ago. But it actually looks like Tico's not close enough, and it looks like Alkai is actually going to get the move done here. No, not quite. No. Tico managing to just keep it around the outside. Kind of got caught kind of sleeping a little bit there into the braking zone. Alkai having a nice little run there.
Yeah, so it's close between these four still, all staying with each other. And just sort of, they're trying to make moves, but sort of managing themselves at the same time, not doing anything that costs them too much, which is always a good thing. But Pucci had the only man with the penalty. He's close behind Ben, so see whether he can get him. As he does, gets himself ahead. Whether he can pull a 3 second, I think that's all he's got, 3 second gap to.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds. As you was talking there, we very nearly had a crash going into turn 1. It looked like June just kind of let off the accelerator just before the braking zone. Not sure if he's low on fuel or something.
Was a side by side with the front two? Yeah.
Yes. But it
round in turn 5 there, a little bit of contact.
Alkai had to absolutely pelt his brake pedal. A lot of contact there between Tico and Dune. I'm sure.
Got a helicopter view at the minute on,
I'm on
my
board.
side.
So we are getting all the nit and gritty of all the contacts being made here as Alkai does get the move done on Tico. But yeah, Alkai very nearly slammed into the back of Dune. That would have been absolutely disastrous for his front wing because he was going at some speeds. Safety car.
Yeah,
no,
so
not another one. Another safety car is out. It looks like
it is.
Swifty's
yeah,
done.
That's Swifty.
Swifty's done exactly what happened, what Ellis did it by the looks of things.
So yeah, maybe
it's got to be something wrong with those hards.
Like dropping it.
There's got to be an issue with the
traction
hards.
coming out that corner can be difficult because it's a slow corner, and then obviously you're braking downhill into it as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's very easy.
So it's
to
a
lock
lot
up.
of load on the front of the car.
So I'm not sure if these boys are running ABS on or off, but for those running,
it's got to be soft for the end now, surely.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. How many laps is it left?
So we're gonna have some tight racing. Everybody on the same tyre, fresh tyre, for these last few laps to finish off this finale.
KFC bloke, sorry, throwing a bit of a spanner in the works there, going on to the mediums.
Maybe has he used both his softs already, or maybe is he thinking the softs feel
Too
bad after a few laps?
Yeah.
Maybe the mediums will be the better one come the end.
As we saw with Dune, he was losing pace after about the 5th or 6th lap of being on those softs. So it could actually very well go into his favour, into KFC bloke's favour, sorry. But it's a matter of waiting and see. I'm suspecting safety car will come in lap 24, so we'll have 5 laps of racing, which is within that window for the softs. So it's all to play for at the moment. It's could easily have a 7-way fight on the final lap for the race lead.
Yeah, I think that is the way it's going to be.
Hopefully, gives us some a nice end
at
to
least
the season.
between that top 4, well 5. I mean, Pucci's now in there to shake up, but June, Alkai, Tico, Jones, they've been at it for a while. Them 4.
Yeah, all race literally. Well, obviously Sid was up there until we had. Very nearly going into the back there, doing the of Pucci head. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Sid having his issue. What was it? Just after the pit stop phase, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Obviously, we've had now 2.
Was it? Yeah, just after the first.
Yeah, yeah.
stop.
Because I think we've had 2 or 3 now, haven't we, due to these 2 safety cars? Yeah, we've still got to wait for a little bit longer. The safety car not coming in. What do we talk about while we're waiting? You know what? Why not? Let's say it again. Make sure you try and sign up as of the 3rd of June on the F125 game if you are getting it, as we do see Pucci. Oh, Pucci looking like he's coming into the pits there. Not quite had me fooled. But if you are looking at racing on F125, I'm sure there is a way we could get the Discord link into the chat. Mankey? Is there a way?
Yes, there it is. I will
So
put that in there, but
you
yeah.
may be better at that than I am. I'm guessing it's just exclamation mark Discord, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the stream
In
chat.
the stream chat, but yeah. 3rd of June they open, obviously on the new game. You must have the new game to sign up. If you don't, you can't race. But yeah, make sure you get yourself in, even if you just want to join for the community aspect of it. I'm sure people won't mind.
No, we're a growing league, and we've done 3 seasons on this game cycle, and hopefully that'll be our sort of structure. Yeah, we'll fit another 3 in on this one.
And then if
that's the plan, and we've just gone past our year anniversary as well. The last week, I think that was. Yeah, so we've now officially been running as a league for more than 12 months, and it's been a great year, to be fair.
I get copyright for happy birthday.
Learned a lot, seen a lot, and
had a lot
the
happen.
community's growing, and yeah.
I mean, it's currently sat at 409 members in the Discord, if I'm not mistaken. It's about 410. Yeah, 409.
Yeah, there's a great bunch of guys in there as well. Can have a good laugh with, and
good laugh. Nobody takes.
Yeah.
Well, not nobody, but most people don't take things to heart. Obviously, I don't know everybody there. But the ones I've spoken to, they don't take.
Racing's racing, in it. Obviously, you get heated sometimes, but no, like everybody at the end of the day, we're all there for the same thing. We're
all there to win.
And and the racing. As I can see, KFC's bloke has just left. Is he retired? He hasn't retired, so I'll quickly get him an invite before this restarts. Quick.
Hopefully he can get back in, otherwise he is going to bog down.
He's got an invite.
He's got an invite, so it's on him
hopefully.
now. Oh!
As we're now back underway, and we see the McLaren try and make a little peek out there. Oh no, I think the AI is just pitted the KFC bloke.
Oh, that's the end of his race. That is the end of his race.
Why is the AI pitted though if he's on fresh tyre? Oh no, there's a bit of a collection there into turn 1 of Poochie Head. That was.
I didn't get to see that because I was looking at the Red Bull in the pits, getting off medium tyres to put on medium tyres.
Yeah, I don't know what is KFC left the session, so his AI's done that, and I really do not understand the game logic there. He's on fresh tyres, but we're going to stop him again, and anyway, right behind a safety car restart. Yay, let's go. Great strategy. That's a Ferrari strategy.
It very much is. Huge dive by June on the Haas. As he does another send. He really wants that P2. Bit of tyre lock in there, not quite to cause any major issues.
An all-out battle now for these last few laps.
It is. It's
definitely if they're starting it like this now. This is all out from now till the end.
It's absolute war back here. It looks like Pedro Jones getting right on the rear of June kind of costed him a little bit of time. Allowed Ben to have a sneak peek, not managing to make the move done. Just letting Jones know he's there. I know you're champion, but I'm better than you. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, Pedro Jones had an incredible season, managing to quite comfortably, I would say, win the title. It was quite a big points margin, if I'm not mistaken. Showing exactly why.
He's had a strong season.
Could we see him maybe in EU1 next year, on the next game cycle? Who knows, as there was...
I think the Williams just made a little bit of contact with Alki there, Jones.
Yeah, either way, it's costed him more than anything, because Ben's made his way through. Ben's had a great race. How many places has he made up? That is the wrong thing, Ryan. Positions changed. He's made his way up 4 places, whereas Jones has lost 3. So it's been a very good race from Ben, having made up the most places so far here on lap 25, final 4 to 5 laps of racing on F1 24, who will take home and have the bragging rights to say that I won the final game of the final race, of season 3 and the final race on F1 24, as Jones there having going a little bit deep into turn 11. He's not looking too confident on those softs.
No, but this has allowed Tico to get himself a safety gap to the guys behind. He's way beyond DRS.
I think Tico's won
this. Why these are all battling.
Unless he has a major issue.
If this battle carries on...
Yeah, unless
All
he has a
Tico
major
needs to do is
issue, I
just
think that's
bring it
going to
home.
be it.
Yeah.
Let me
As you can
have...
see, he's the only one staying on the racing line. Everybody else goes to the our left hand side,
Is it
trying
our
to
left?
break the
No, it's
slipstream
our...
from each other.
It's our right.
Our left, their right, isn't it?
No, it's...
When we're looking at them head, I was looking at them head
Oh,
on.
yeah, if we're looking at them head on, yeah. Sorry, you had me
Yeah.
confused then, because I was on board. I'm like...
Yeah,
I prefer staying
I
on
was
board.
head on, so looking at them head on. Our left, their right.
Where is this Ferrari at the moment? So yeah, as it stands, this Ferrari is absolutely walking
Yeah, 2.5
the
now. He's just
sugar-free Red Bull,
pushing forwards.
because obviously they're going to gain 25 for race win. Yeah, so they're going to finish about 27 points ahead. Actually, could that gain them? Oh, they could actually very well be on here for P6. Yeah, if Tico manages to get the win, I think he has got his team up into P6 in the standings. That would be very good for that Ferrari. So I just had it open because I wanted to see where everyone was standing at the moment. In the standings, it's always good to keep people up to date mid-race so they can see, they can kind of have a live feed of what's happening, especially if they're not in the Discord to have a look for themselves, which obviously it's already in the chat. I don't need to tell you again, otherwise that would have been for a third time. But just go click on it if you haven't. I'm sure you have, but...
Yeah, I can't wait for the new game now. Oh, we see Jones. He's pulled out to the outside. He's gone to look for the outside. I guess that's to set himself up for turn 2. And he's got the move done on Alkai. He's ahead as they're in the DRS zone now. Still side by side.
Nicely.
Oh, is there a switch back off
No,
Alkai?
not quite.
Little wobble off PW, but no, Alkai can't get enough traction himself to get the switch back done.
Okay, a little bit of wheel spin there on the rear. Not enough to cause any major issues, just couldn't get the power down as well as he could to have that undercut work on PW Jones, but he is obviously alongside his teammate, give or take a couple of seconds. But yeah, the race has definitely died down now, especially for the race win, but this battle for 4th is
side by side again, yeah.
This battle for 4th is still keeping both of us on our toes and both of these drivers on their toes as well, obviously not wanting to have that snap of oversteer that is so easy to have when you're trying to just get the power down, a little bit earlier than the guy you're wheel to wheel with, just to get that better traction out of the corner.
Yeah, and they haven't compromised themselves too much battling each other and dropped off from the other two guys. So, as we can see the Aston Martin now making the move on June around the outside down into turn 1. He's way ahead under the braking, so he doesn't have to fight it for turn 2. Yeah.
No.
He's,
although I would always...
Still 2 seconds though.
Yeah.
Like, Tico hasn't managed to pull away anymore. It seems like it's closing a little bit.
Yeah, even with fighting, June and Ben have gained about 0.3 of a second over the course of, I would say, 2 laps. It's still got safety car out apparently. It's kind of irritating. But yeah, we've got 1.5 laps of racing after a great year. Great year for the league. Great year for some of these boys. Obviously, PW Jones getting the championship win this year. Not finishing as strong as he has done in previous races. Obviously, currently sat in that P5 position, but he's got everything wrapped up. He doesn't have to worry. He can just chill, put his feet up. Not quite, but he can relax.
Alkai's missing his right end plate
again.
Either he didn't change it. I thought it was Pucci last time.
Yes, you're right. It was Pucci again. So he's had an issue. It's probably at turn 1.
I just noticed there's no end plate as he was going around that corner. Then
at least one of us spotted that, because I didn't.
I didn't see it come off.
I didn't see it come off. But that could have happened.
It's definitely not there.
That could have happened either at turn 1. Could we look at 4 wide
2x2.
Oh no! It looked like they were trying to make it 4 wide.
Oh, that's close. The house nearly going up the back of the Aston Martin.
Yeah. Gotta love an Alpine. Getting the
The
safety
green one.
a green Alpine, yeah.
I've
That's
done that before. I'm sure I've done that before.
for
I
for
called Aston Martin Alpine.
for the new game. They're not that. If I'm on comms, they're not called Aston Martin anymore. They're called the Green Alpines.
Yeah.
Just it gives us a laugh, and whoever was here for season
But
3 will always then get the reference.
I think Tico's win is definitely safe, though. He's 2 seconds here with half
Yeah,
a lap to go to bring it home. And then it's all now with these guys battling behind who's going to get second and third.
it looks like Jones might. Oh, Jones getting pushed off a little bit
Oh, a
there,
little bit wide, yeah.
but it looks
He's
like
now on the inside, and Alkai's got that damage. He's going to have the better turn for this corner.
it's all kept within white lines. Bit of contact. I don't know if that was actual debris flying or just a visual bit of debris flying. But it does look like actually he's making a
Oh, he's
dive.
gone for the dive.
Not quite a little
Oh, he
bit of
didn't.
contact.
Yeah, didn't quite manage to pull it off.
As our winner is Tico. He drove an incredible race. Jesus.
Yeah, Tico
That
brings it
was-
home with the 2 second lead, and then these four battling it all on behind. June, Ben, PW, Alkai, right to the end, all the way through.
Now we just have to
They
wait
were
for Pucci
pretty
Head.
close.
And
Yeah,
the AI
and then
of
KFC.
Ah no, there we go. It's
who-
just gonna do it itself.
Who decided to pit again for no reason.
We can blame him for that. It gives us a laugh. No, that is very unfortunate.
He's on fresh mediums, but the AI felt that he needed
Yeah.
fresher mediums.
A whole 2 lap fresher. To be
Yeah.
fair, it can be the difference between a puncture and not. But it's at that point in the race, it's not gonna cause too much of an issue for punctures.
As I just get the snap that I need of them, and that concludes season 3 and concludes F124 here in OTLR. Yay! I'm not cheering. I'm not cheering that F124 is over. No, you didn't hear nothing.
Nope. If I didn't hear it, it didn't happen.
I can't wait. That isn't the season's over, just the game. That's what I'm cheering about. The game's over. We
Yeah.
can now look forwards
But at the
for
same time,
25.
it's always
and
good to cheer.
hope.
It's always good to cheer that the season is over. The league's grown
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot from the season, especially. It's had a huge step forward. I mean, I've seen it firsthand since joining, just a couple of months ago, wasn't it? It was probably about 2-3 months ago I joined, give or take.
Yeah,
Monza,
I think so.
whenever Monza
around
was.
February, March time or something like that.
Yeah, about
No.
it was just after holiday.
Yeah. I think it was like the second or third race into this season because
Yeah.
you joined me in the AM race.
Yeah.
It was like the second or third round. So, yeah, you've been in for majority of this third season.
No, I've seen this place reach heights
Tico
I haven't
Jones
seen things
Jr.
hit, and it's
As I
always
can
good to see.
interviews. I'll ask them if they want to. We've got 2 guys on Xbox. You've got June and Tico.
I'll leave them to you as
With
I
it
don't have
being
any
last
questions.
race. Yeah, I'll just see if they want to join in. Tico and June. Tico, June. We're just see somebody's put June. I think is gonna. You will have to do the prompt. Right, you just get June in.
And then we can speak to our race winner if he wants to. No forcing.
Yeah, I'll give him an invite anyway. And then if he joins,
joins.
then he joins. So
We have had Dune.
either way, yeah, we'll start with June. Oh no, Tico is here, but we'll start with June. We'll go with second, third. Yeah, we'll go in order. We'll leave first to last. So yeah, June. Hi. How did you find that fight of that race for starters? And congratulations on the finishing where you did. It was a tough battle from what we could see with the three guys around you.
Well, yeah, first,
So yeah,
y-
just sort of like sum up how that was like battling with them.
well, first of all, I'd just like to point out I had toe cramps the whole way through.
Ooh.
Yeah, that they were pretty painful, as well as having that disconnection like at the start of the race that really didn't put me well for a start off. But I started to come back, especially putting on those softs. I thought I'd be done for by the end of the race, but luckily there was a late race safety car which helped me, which I'm glad about. And then I got into the fight, got into the rhythm, overtook a couple cars straight away. Uh, Made contact. Don't know if you saw on the safety car restart. Probably saw because it's a pretty big one. But I don't think that was my fault. Just three cars in a hairpin. It doesn't really work out. But I had the inside line, so I should be fine. But yeah, rest of the race it seemed pretty well. And I'd also like to thank my friend that came over to my house to engineer.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a great race.
But yeah,
So
so
yeah,
that's my words from my engineer in a way. But yeah, all round great race.
no, yeah, it was a good race to watch as well between you guys. Like you say, there were a couple of moments which that always happens in racing. Nobody was severely like compromised by any of it, so it was good to watch between you guys. So yeah, thanks for being here. You've been one that's I think you've been here all season, haven't you? You've been
Yeah, most.
a driver here, so yeah. I hope to see you again for season 4 on the new game. We'll see how everybody gets on with the new game, but hopefully we see you back for it.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, hopefully everyone has a good season break, and thank you very much for season 3, and hopefully F125 brings a better game. But yeah, thank you very much, and see you
Yeah,
next season.
yeah, no worries.
See
Thank
you
you
after the
for
break.
racing. All right, so we'll go to Tico next, who is our race winner. So Tico, you managed to get a good start off of that final safety car and managed to keep yourself clear of the guys battling behind. So that sort of sealed the win for you. But other than that, how did you find that go? Because you were in quite a few battles yourself up to that point.
Uh, yeah, it was stressful, to say the least. All I wanted to do was get a good start, which I did. Um, the safety cars, they were. I knew there would be some, but I didn't know there would be that many. I thought there'd be one at least. Um, yeah, off the start, I wanted to get past June as quick as I could. I saw he started on the hards, so I wanted to try to get past him as quick as I could. Me and PW Jones hopefully could run away, which we ended up doing. Um, so I went for the undercut, came up successfully. I was gonna try get to the end and then mediums, but they were dying off so quick. Um, but luckily the safety car came out, so I pitted onto the hards. And off the safety
Yeah,
car restart, PW Jones did kind of catch me off guard, but I burnt enough battery just to keep behind him. But honestly, one of the most enjoyable races I had this season, uh, considering my luck
nice.
recently.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you haven't had the luckiest of times, but you've
yep.
stuck your ground. You've been up there like when you have like had it go your way. So yeah, just obviously with racing there a couple of unfortunate moments during the season, but no, like overall it's been a pretty solid season from what I've seen. Like
Thank
I
you.
think I've been here for all the races, haven't I? I don't think I missed any. No, I didn't. So yeah, no, that race between you guys, it did look like I would have liked to have been part of that. To be fair, it looked like some nice battling going on, and it did look enjoyable. And I like Bahrain personally because it is one of those tracks that you can overtake on, and you can have some nice battles with.
Yeah, 100%. Bahrain's actually my strongest track, so when I saw that it was the last track on the
Very
calendar,
happy.
I was buzzing. I was so happy.
Yeah. Nice.
But
It's one of my strongest as well, to be fair.
A lot of
yeah,
people I found find
a
Bahrain
lot,
quite a strong one.
a lot of people tend
Yeah.
to hate this track as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've found that with this on this game that it's not been the most liked of tracks, but I can't see why, because like I say, it always brings overtaking, and it's a proper circuit. It's not like a narrow circuit or anything. There's plenty of space, so it sort of ticks all the boxes for me. It's got slow corners, fast corners, and plenty of overtaking.
Yeah, exactly. And I would like to thank the front three for, going three wide into the first corner so then I could run away. I do appreciate it
That was
massively.
crazy, that bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I hung back a little bit because I saw June going to the inside. I was like, something's going to happen here. So I'm going to just hold back, hopefully get the switch back. And I did. I was able to pull to the second gap.
Yeah, it was nice. So yeah, but congratulations on the win. What a way to finish as well. Finish the season off and finish a game cycle, not just a season.
Yeah,
To finish off all round on the top step is the best way that you can finish, really. So
exactly.
yeah, congratulations on that. You deserve it from the way you raced. So
Thank you.
yeah, I think that concludes it for season 3. So yeah, I won't keep anybody held any longer than they want to be. I know there's some people that want to see the football that's going on and other stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I will put a little word out there for everybody else. Like, get yourselves into the Discord now. Why we're in this season break? There's no better time to do it, and
before
why we're
season
going on
starts,
to the
yeah.
new game. Yeah. And get yourselves the new game once you're on there. Get yourselves practicing on the 3 tracks that we need for sign up, and yeah, hopefully we see most of the guys that were here back as well. We have quite a few returning drivers as well as new. So yeah, with that I'll sign us off for season 3 and F124. So this has been OTLR, off the line racing.
See you in
And
25.
we shall see you on F125. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Goodbye.